That's for losers, man. I don't get involved in that stuff. But
Angel Rashad Milligan rolling out.
That's a good question.
Brandon,
we can't ask Rashad questions.
Hey, Rashad.
What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Rashad Milligan. If you are new to the channel, this is the road to 5K subs. We're just going to do a little basketball brief starting off before we get into the rest of the video. A lot of important topics that I want to speak about tonight. So, yeah, we're going to get right into it for real. All right. The biggest game of the night, obviously postponed from yesterday. It was supposed to be on Thursday night, kind of have its own time to shine. LSU versus South Carolina, a top 5 matchup. Number 5 LSU versus number 2 South Carolina. And South Carolina just did what South Carolina has done all season long, which was kind of run away with the victory. Game was pretty close in the first 2-3 quarters. And then the fourth quarter, South Carolina just separated itself. Very slow, sluggish, kind of hard-hitting physical game. LSU was getting frustrated at some of the foul calls they weren't getting. And while LSU was getting frustrated and kind of complaining to the refs, South Carolina just kind of kept chipping away. And before you knew it, it was a 12-point game with only a couple minutes left. So, yeah, that's what South Carolina really did. They ran away from everybody. They blew out Texas when they came to South Carolina. They blew out Oklahoma last weekend. And now they beat another top 5 opponent by double digits. And you have to kind of look at it for what it is. Like Terrell said, the only thing that South Carolina has seemed to slow down with this year is not having that elite, huge 5 in the middle of the lineup and stuff like that. And because, when you face another elite big like a Lauren Betts over at UCLA, that's when you see the troubles that they had and they end up getting blown out. So other than that, every other team, they have it locked down. So, yeah, that's what it's looking like so far. Anissa Murrow definitely did her thing, especially in the first half. 15 points, 16 rebounds. She was a beast on the boards. Flage seemed like she was in foul trouble, like I said, but still was frustrated at the lack of calls she was getting. She really struggled her freshman year at South Carolina. That first game, if you guys remember, Angel Reese's first year at LSU a couple years ago, we vlogged it and stuff like that. I don't even know if she scored that trip. And I brought that up with Terrell a couple weeks ago. And you see here, she still only finishes with 13 points, 4 rebounds. Definitely a performance I know she wants to get back. Michaela Williams, 13 points as well. For them to get what they really need, Kaylin Gilbert, 2 points. For them to really get what they need at least 15 points from the core 4, which is Kaylin Gilbert, Flage, Michaela Williams, and Anissa Murrow in these type of big games, these marquee games, top 5 opponent games, and things like that. Someone was like, this is why you schedule a tougher non-conference schedule. And I see what they're saying there. Like, I get it. I hear it. At the same time, I just think it's a very difficult thing to argue when Moki did this and she's won 4 championships. And, the first one at LSU was about as cupcake of a schedule as it can get. The thing is, if you want to get really controversial, I think they kind of had a couple breaks there and they're kind of road in the bracket and stuff like that, especially the largest break of not facing South Carolina in the final. Because as we've seen tonight, South Carolina, if they would have beat Iowa in the semifinal, but if it was a fifth, right? But if they would have beaten Iowa in the semifinal, I think they would have won the national championship. But if it was a fifth, then it pleaded fifth and it skipped the dip. So let's go to South Carolina now. You see, South Carolina, no one scored 15 points. I was talking about the 15-point thing. Joyce Edwards had 14 points in 18 minutes and 4 rebounds. Sanaya Fegan had 12 and 7. Chloe Kidd 7 and 7, another big game from her. 5 and 5 for Breezy Hall. Raven Johnson, bro, had a huge moment at the end of the first half there. When South Carolina was really starting to get a little edge after only having a 2-point lead at the end of the first quarter. They had a little separation going into halftime, which really carried the momentum through the second half, in my opinion. And that was when Raven was active. active hands on defense. Her Tessa Johnson had a really good game as well, and they had that back-to-back steals and layups for Raven Johnson. And it was just moments like that really kind of made the game what it was. A lot of people talk crazy and saucy and everything like that about Raven Johnson, but in the big game, she always shows up. She always has an impact, and she always makes her name known and case known in those big marquee primetime games. So just once again, Raven Johnson doing more of the same here tonight. And you can't see it on the stat sheet 5-3-3, but she made some huge plays. Tessa Johnson had an amazing game. Like I said, you can't see it on the stat sheet, only 9-3-3, but she had a really good game. Pow Pow is always doing Pow Pow things. 6-4-2. Very solid performance from her. Just an overall good team effort. As cliche as that is, but yeah, Full Valley tried to get loose a couple times, was unable to really kind of do what she wanted to, unleash and stuff like that. Just missed and got stopped a couple times. But that is that game, the first game of the night. So, like I said, if you missed what I had to say, it looks like more South Carolina that we've seen of the same this season. The only thing that's tripped them up, like Terrell, aka Ashley Knuckles, pointed out, has been elite bigs because they aren't the tallest people just down low. Vegan isn't necessarily the tallest person, and even if she was, respectfully, she's a great starter, young player. Atlanta's own, of course, but she's not a first team All American like a Aaliyah Boston, like a Asia Wilson, like a Camila Cardoso could make a run for first team All American when she was in college. So it's just different. Um, and yeah, an elite big, a dominant big like Lauren Betts, who's probably the best big in the nation right now, right? So there's that. So that was the first game. Second game of the night was unrivaled, and it was BG hitting the game-winning shot. It was, I believe, on a block. If I not mistaken, it was a back down on the block, turnaround jumper. She held the follow through all the way back down, shook her head just like Skylar Diggins in that first game last week. 29 points, 9 rebounds, 14 of 18 from the field. Man, what an efficient night from BG, and just a timeless wonder. Where does BG go? Like transitioning this into the WNBA talk, where is BG going? I heard she wants to go to Vegas, just like Joel Lloyd wants to go to Vegas. Everybody can't go to Vegas every single year. I know they have the best facilities and stuff like that, so I get it that everybody wants to go to Vegas. But geez, if they get Joel Lloyd and BG, bro, it'll be a whole nother. The year that they got Candace Parker, bro, it's just crazy, unfair after every single year. And even if they get Joel Lloyd and lose Kelsey Plum, I think that's still unfair. And with BG too, oh my goodness, that's crazy. But yeah, they both want to go. We both want to go to Vegas. So I don't know where they're gonna actually end up at, but they both want to go to Vegas. I don't see Vegas pulling that off though, unless they have the money for it. Like, say you let KP walk, right? So you have a little more money, and then like someone takes a discount. BG takes a discount, or Joel Lloyd takes a discount just to play for the team, for the sake of the team. So we'll see what happens there. Just a little WNBA free agency news right there. And then the second game was the Laces. The Laces gave Vinyl their first loss of the season. Obviously, Vinyl, a lot of people were kind of like, oh, Vinyl's looking like the team, man, the team to beat, unbeatable. They have Aaliyah Boston, Ryan Howard, Jordan Canada, Arike Ogumawale. Like, that's an elite team. And it looked like they were kind of on a roll there. No other team was looking as good as them through the first weekend. Tonight, even though they had an off night, Ryan Howard didn't have like just the best night. She was a little frustrated as well. Was on the bench there down the stretch, and it was kind of like De'Erica and Jordan and Enrique was kind of holding it down for them, but they kept them in the game and stuff like that. And they brought them back when the game was probably supposed to already be over. So, but yeah, with that being said, Tip did the thing, and they pulled it out. They pulled it out for the Laces, and in a kind of undermatch thing because they lost their captain early on. So, it was I don't know. It was a good game. I enjoyed the second weekend opening of Unrivaled. The first game with BG hitting the game winner. I'm not even gonna lie to you. I was kind of a little checked out throughout that entire game because I'm still kind of coming off the high of the South Carolina LSU game. But the second game, I was a little more in tune with, especially because final was getting so much kind of hype, especially here in Atlanta, because we had two, or the city of Atlanta had two. They had two dream players on the team with Jordan Kennedy and Ryan Howard. But yeah, so there's that basketball. So with that being said, I'm moving on now to the more somber stuff. It's been a really, really tough week. And yeah, we'll start off with DJ Unk. So DJ Unk, he passed. It's been confirmed by It's been confirmed by his wife that DJ Unk has passed at the age of 43. A real Atlanta legend, a real music legend, a real hip hop legend, a real Southern rap legend. DJ Unk, the guy who created for us millennials a lot of our soundtracks of our childhoods, our kind of preteen ages, teenage ages for some of us, for the older millennials and stuff like that. And he's just so important because it represents a time like the snap era, the dance era, everything, where the dances were the biggest thing in Atlanta, and Atlanta was influencing everything in music and hip hop. They still are to this day. Don't get it twisted. But back then it was like it's always crazy how it always seems like back then it was never as bad as it is now. And now it's honestly not as crazy as it was a couple years ago. I'm like around the time of kind of like the beginning of the lockdown, say 2020, 2021, where it was like drill was heavy. Like we're just coming fresh off of trap and we go into drill. So it goes to violent to like violent with drill. And it was really, really violent. And now we're starting to kind of lighten up again to going to like kids just rapping about like more so drug usage and non-violence and stuff like that. So anyways, I say all that to say 20 years ago, who would have thought 20 years ago that a lot of people that looked at, because I remember the OG's complaints were like the clothes are too big, y'all sagging. Even Andre 3000 on Walk It Out was complaining about the sizes of people's clothes back then. On this, he said, "Take the couple of sizes down to make your mama prouder." And you know what I'm saying? Like it's always a thing, and that was the thing that people were complaining about. But who would have known? Like 20 years, you look at what's going on now in rap music and how like crazy it is and how it turns into real life beef and what really happens and all the stuff around the music and stuff like that. You're like, man, I wish we could have that time back where we just smiling and dancing to every song. And the lyrics were simple, because OGs were also complaining about that back then, right? Like KRS-One had beef with Soulja Boy, and he said Soulja Boy wasn't hip hop because Soulja Boy was doing you and dancing instead of like real hip hop. I'm rapping to the beat. I'm rapping to the beat. Shout out to KRS-One, by the way. But you know what I'm saying? It's just like a lot of times I say all this to say I feel like while DJ Unk definitely had his moment in the city and he definitely had his moment in Southern rap, and thanks to nostalgia of the 2020s, he was able to get some of those flowers. He didn't really I don't know if he was able to get everything, all this love that he's feeling right now. I'm not sure if he was able to really 100% feel that while he was on earth and experience that on earth, because at the peak, right, in the 2000s, you have the OGs complaining about it's not real hip hop because you rapping about dancing and it's repetitive lyrics and repetitive hooks. And then you have another side of people complaining about all the clothes are too big, y'all look ignorant. You know what I'm saying? Pull your pants up, son. Wear a shirt that's actually your size. And so it's like he dealt with complaining then he dealt with kind of like 2010s, like where people kind of move on to the next hot thing. And then in the 2020s, even had some people I know in the Facebook comments that was talking about, oh, he did this to me, he got me on it, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, when would he ever get this type of love that we seen DJ Unk get today, man? And I think that's the saddest part of this stuff. One of the saddest parts. Another sad part, he was 43 years old. He was 43 years old. He had a medical thing where he had a heart attack. It was reported in 2009. We don't know what has happened here. I know about a year ago, maybe even a couple years ago, in the 2020s, there was someone who said he posted on his Instagram that he was hospitalized and he was in the hospital, and they said pray for Unk. You know what I'm saying? And it's just like, man, it's really tough. It's really tough. It's really tough. It's really tough for black men in particular to like just live, man. Just live. Live to see an old age. You know, I'm dealing with some stuff personally, you know what I'm saying, within the family. And it's a really tough time, man. And it's just, you know, I just think about our health as black men, like why aren't we able to see an older age? And like, is it, I think it's partially on us as well to like not getting as many checkups and stuff like that. But it's like, you look at someone like Chadwick Boseman, he probably got a bunch of checkups. He probably, you know what I'm saying, was doing everything he could. He looked like a healthy individual until like the last few months where people started memeing him and stuff like that. And they had no clue what he was going through behind the scenes, off camera. But it's just like, man, this stuff is really tough, bro. It's really tough. It's really tough to see happen time and time and time after again. But Walk It Out and Two Step were two huge moments, bro, of just like the middle school dances and stuff and everything like that. It was always like the best moment. Two Stepping, like seeing a kid with like twists or dreads or something like that, just shaking around like, hey, get jiggy with it, or get jiggy with it. It's just Unk brought like smiles to our faces, bro. Like, I know my cousin was one of the dancers in Atlanta and stuff like that. Shout out Casey. He also rapped and stuff like that in that time. And you know, like, it's just, it was cool for like grown men to like smile and snap and dance and lean and rock and jig and swag. Like, it was cool. And like Unk was like one of the voices of the parties when that was happening. You know what I'm saying? Someone said BET, we got to do, for the tribute, we got to get the whole Snap era out there. So we got to get the Fabos, we got to get the D4Ls, we got to get the franchise boys, we got to get everybody out there and pay, you know, Unk the correct tribute. I salute BET once again for the 50th anniversary of hip hop, that at the BET Awards, the year that they were on the writer's strike, right? And the actor strike as well. So they didn't have an actual host at the BET Awards, but they had performances. It was a night of performances for celebrating 50 years of hip hop. I celebrate and salute BET for choosing DJ Unk to be a part of that celebration as well, to perform Walk It Out. I remember that it was an amazing moment and stuff like that. It was so many performances because it was just 3 hours of performances, and I'm so glad that they got every little kind of thing, you know. So Walk It Out, they had Fly FLY out there, you know, doing swag surf to close the night. You know, Master P did his whole thing with na 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 na. You know, they had what was that, the year that Busta got that might have, yeah, Busta got honored that year and stuff like that. Corey LeRae did that. Girls as Players too, like she did that. And obviously the highlight of the night was the Offset and Quavo reunion to celebrate Takeoff and his life and legacy and stuff like that. So salute to BET for remembering Unk and putting him in that very, very special thing. Thank you, Unk, for bringing us one of the best Andre 3000 verses ever on the Walk It Out remix. That's one of Andre's best on a mainstream level, on a radio level. Walk It Out like Usher. If it come on, man. Sorry, you're on that Andre 3000. Come on, man. I walk it, I walk it, I walk it, man. So salute to Andre 3000 and salute to T-Pain as well on the Two Step remix. I going to stand and ran like the Rio. I didn't even see the name of this spaces until like in the middle of it. It's crazy that that was here. Reba is tripping on Twitter. Hold on, can I? All right, there we go. Take that out. But but T Pain snapped on the like it was just a moment. And I'm glad that he's eating. I hope that he or his family's eating. I hope they have, he had his rights together with the music and stuff like that because Glorilla sampled him on one of the more successful records of 2024 with the hold on, hey, hold on. That's DJ Unk song. So, I hope that, he had all his business and publishing or rights, all that stuff in order. So he was able to eat off that. I know one of my favorite lines as a kid, and I asked my mom about it back then and stuff like that. Like, what does that mean? Is this a lot of money? When he said 40,000, I made that in a month. I'm on resorts and islands. And I was like, Mom, it's like 40,000 a lot for a month. And she said, yeah, like I don't even make that in a year. Why did it? And so like I always kind of measured like how much rappers really make off of like that DJ Unk voice verse. And I believe I also Walk It Out remix where he said 40,000, I make that in a month. I'm on resorts and islands. And like I don't know. I just always kind of use that as a measuring stick to know how much rappers really get paid. This was back in like 2005, 2006, so I can only imagine what it is now. Free DJ Yella, you know what I'm saying? Another Atlanta legend. People love that song still to this day. I don't know what y'all been told. Like, see, and I had to shout out Yellow because like we're just on the kind of wavelength of appreciating our Atlanta legends from that time period. And yeah, man, I want him to feel the type of love that DJ Unk is getting now, which is unfortunately, I feel like kind of late. Someone asked me who was it? It was let me give him his props, say his name and stuff like that on camera, because he's been showing a lot of love in the comments, and I want to at least recognize him, let him know that I'm not ignoring him. It was just a difficult thing to. It was Benjamin Reichman or Richmond Benjamin Richmond. So you see Benjamin right here. He's got the trumpet. So I guess he's a musician himself. He said, "Check out my Paramore cover." I'm just gonna might as well sub. But yeah, Ben. He was just asking what I was gonna do with my book idea with OG Mako. Working with OG Mako, and I didn't answer it because it's because I just had so many people like take my ideas, so I didn't think Ben was gonna take it, but it was just really for like the other people, like other people on the internet and stuff like that, reading the comments. I didn't want them to take it, so that's why I kept it kind of gate kept it, Ben. It wasn't anything personal to you. So yeah. Rest in peace, DJ Aunt, bro. Rest in peace, OG Mako. Rest in peace to all the homies for show. And speaking of Lil Xelly, man. So yeah, this was really tough. Lil Xelly was an underground, popular SoundCloud guy for over the past decade, and the underground really paid their respects to him. I knew of Lil Xelly, but I didn't really, I wasn't saying I wasn't tapped into him for real, for real. But Tony was, and you guys know on this channel how like close I am and appreciative I am of Tony. My high school classmate and stuff like that back in Atlanta, and so to see how close he was to Zelly, and to see his reaction afterwards, obviously Cash paid tribute to him as well. Popstar Benny paid tribute to him as well. But then this was one of my favorite moments of the day in music. Was Tony dropping this "Going Too Soon," his tribute to Lil Xelly. He was just talking about how underappreciated he was, and stuff like that. And he was, just saying all of the things, bro. Just like it's whack. Just like what I was saying with Unk, it was whack how he didn't really receive all this love and attention until he was gone. and he was saying, why do the legends have to, be gone young and stuff like that? Xelly been on his, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, he was independent as well. So he was doing this independent SoundCloud thing and pulled his weight and built the audience and stuff like that, similar to what Tony's doing and stuff like that. And man, it's just like crazy, bro. It's just crazy. The tribute is beautiful. The tribute is beautiful, Tony. I think is like just a crazy thing. Tony, he donated like $500 to the GoFundMe. If you guys don't know what happened to Xelly, was in a car, and the car got hit up by somebody in the DMV area. He was in the DMV area with his girlfriend, I believe, and him and his girlfriend passed away as a result of the attack up in the DMV on their car. And so there's a GoFundMe up. I know I retweeted it. I could go to my page and see it. There's a GoFundMe up about this. And yeah, man, that's what's going on. And Tony, you see it right here. His GoFundMe. Tony donated $500 to the family. At the time, especially at least at the time, it was the highest donation that they've received, and they are 83% now from their goal. So I could put this link in my description as well, and you guys can help donate all that if that's in your heart and stuff like that, to make sure Lil Xelly's family is good, and they can bury their son, they can bury their brother, they can bury their cousin, all of that stuff, man, because that stuff is important to do. All right, hold on, let me save this. I'm updating the description right now to this video. Okay, so yeah, if you're in here on the live, the GoFundMe for Lil Xelly is now, the link is in the description. We are deeply saddened by the sudden passing of Leilani, our Muraquin, our beloved niece, and her friend Marcel Herbron. And Marcel's his real name, Xelly. Tony opened up with Xelly, with calling him Marcel, which I felt like it just made the track hit harder. And I just thought he did an amazing job with it, man. That's what hip hop is all about. That's what the art is all about, to do something like that, to put your words to a melody. I know it's probably been tough for Tony. It's been tough for I think Cash said he was having trouble sleeping and stuff like that. A lot of people were saying the news was really messing him up and stuff like that. So, I just pray for all the dudes in the underground, all his supporters, all his fans, and obviously his family and everybody like that, man, for sure. But yes, Marcel, you might have heard this on the news. We are devastated and cannot imagine life without these beautiful souls. In this difficult time, we are raising funds to help cover the funeral expenses to support both families. They probably didn't have life insurance. They probably didn't have, what I'm saying? Like, this was a 20-something-year-old underground rapper. He wasn't thinking about life insurance and all of these things that, what I'm saying, to keep things going for real. So yeah, that's what that was. In this difficult time, we are raising funds to help cover the funeral costs to support both families. Any contribution will help ease the burden of their loved ones as they navigate through this challenging period. The funds we are raising are transferred to Orlando, Flores, the father of Leilani, and Orlando will provide some of the funds to Marcel's family, his mother. Donations can be made via GoFundMe. No amount is too small, and every bit is greatly appreciated. Thank you for your support, love, and prayers during this heartbreaking time. Your generosity means the world to us. Yes. So I say all this to say, rest in peace, Lil Xelly, and his girlfriend, Miss Leilani, as well. See, they go back a long time. He had the little twist. He had the little twist, the fade, and everything like that. But yeah, man. Sad moment there. Once again, another way too young. You look at DJ Unk, 43. You look at Lil Xelly in his 20s. And these are just two examples of too young, man. Too young. All right. I'm sorry, y'all. And kind of more positive news in the underground. Lucky is cool with V's. Y'all give it up, man. Lucky and V's is no beef between the boys. They are good. according to Lucky, they unfollowed each other, and then V's he just kind of tweeted something vaguely where he said, what did V say? V said something like people get money, these rappers get money, and then they forget everything and stuff like that. They forget where they came from or something. That we have this and that and everything like that. So he said that, right? And so Lucky just tweeted, this next album is gonna be this and that. And he said, bruh, is y'all cool? He said, codeine thicker than blood. That's my slime, y'all trim. So he pretty much just said, yes, that's my brother. That is my boy. You guys are tripping. I don't know why he said codeine and stuff like that. When we seen what's going on with all these rappers going on right now. Put the cup. Kick the cup, man. Kick the cup, man. Rest in peace, Fredo Santana, man. Kick the cup, man. Rest in peace, Fredo Santana. But regardless, you know what I'm saying? Those boys are cool. I'm glad they're cool. No beef with people who used to be friends. No beef with people who used to, work together, everything like that. They are still cool. They are still good. We need that love in the industry, creativity, creatives in the industry, still loving each other, still working together, still doing what they need to do, man. You love to see it, man. Two black men working together, all love, everything positive, keeping it going. We love to see it. Salute to Lucky, salute to V's, man, for sure. And they make some good music together. Broke phone. I just let 200,000. I sent a lot of room on her. Hey, I just let 600,000. All right. Anyway, shout out to both of those boys. Shout out to what was the joint? The album that was like the album of the year a couple years ago with V's. Ganger was amazing. And the last Lucky joint, it was cool. It was cool. It that the one that Lamar Jackson previewed. The I don't really like you. I don't really like you. Why would I bring my pistol? Yeah, what was that? The Love Me Not or whatever. That joint is hard. The single on it, love it. Love it. There was a couple other songs on there I liked. I think Yachty had a song on there that I liked. And then I liked the V's joint as well. But man, the joint on Ganger, that was like one of the first songs that put me on the V's. I'm not even gonna hold you. I just read 600,000 because Lucky obviously been popping since like 2014, since like Chance and Big Mensa was coming up, Save Money days and all that. But but that was like the first time I really heard a V song, and I just heard like this V's album is good. Anyways, let's keep it going in the underground to another important conversation. So ILYHook, she posted, I do not support. Sorry, my bad. I didn't know this had music. I do not support Baby Sosa, BK the Ruler, Moya Lola, or Rico Nasty, Bloody Clip, etc. So she don't support Clip, Rico, BK the Ruler, Baby Sosa. Moya is someone that I'm not as familiar with, but I know the other ones, and they are all in the same group, like of sound. It's like the same genre. They're all in the kind of alternative black girl underground, halfway rock star, halfway rap star type of deal. And you know what I'm saying? It's sad, bro. It's sad to see this happen like this. And I'll tell you why. As you see, the way I even saw this was from Baby Sosa. Baby Sosa quote tweeted it when people was posting it and stuff like that. And she was like, me neither. And then she said new merch and everything like that on my channel. ILYHook. If you guys don't know who ILYHook is, she's been popping since about 2020 or whatever and stuff like that. It's been like a whole kind of group of female underground rappers who have been popping it on that side since like 2020, the shutdown and stuff like that. She's one of them. And she went viral when she went on off the radar or on the radar a couple years ago. Might have been like last year. Yeah, it was probably last year, where she was like, it was on some like floating beat, and she was just like, I might go to the supper. I might get this up in a day. I might type on a typewriter. If I type on a typewriter, then I have to do it. I mean, I had to type on the typewriter. Like, and then like Sunny Digital was like, yo, this is trash. And people were like, oh, you old and you hating Sunny Digital. but yeah, that's I love Hook. But she had some old stuff that I heard, like, and even like looking at this stuff at the reaction from Baby Sosa a couple days ago from like 2020, that was hard. And I was like, oh, she's it. She's got it going on, man. Clip, obviously, Atlanta. BK, obviously, Atlanta. And Baby Sosa. Baby Sosa was like my favorite rapper for like a 2-3 month span in like 2020. Like when I first discovered who Baby Sosa was, when I first heard everywhere I go, they all know my name. First time I heard of her was through Knowledge. Knowledge flipped that and then put some like different beat on it. And I was like, this is hard. And I listened to the original. I was like, this is amazing. And I just like binged her for the next 2-3 months, bro. Oh, you got a lot of enemies. And she had this joint called Uber XL. And she was in Surf Gang. I don't know if she's still in Surf. She probably still in Surf Gang, whatever. But like Uber XL was so amazing with this dude that was in it, and like, but then I couldn't find it anywhere. Like she deleted it. I had to find it off of third party like pages and stuff like that just to listen to the song. But it was amazing. Anyways, and Rico Nasty was my favorite rapper in like 2019. So these are like people who are all like my favorites at some point. Clip is some Atlanta. Like I said, Atlanta Clip. So I support Atlanta. BK Atlanta. I support her, and BK's fire and one of my favorite kind of underground artists and stuff like that. Or she teeters underground and mainstream, kind of like Kenny Mason. Baby Sosa, once again, like I said, one of my favorite artists in 2020, and then my favorite rapper in 2019. And more on that. But anyways, with this, you say what? Like where did this come from? They all have similar sounds. Wouldn't they be cool? And this is where something's happened. Apparently, a lot of her supporters said, you know, I think that she was next up. She had things going for herself, and now she's just kind of falling a bit astray mentally. And so I just looked up her stuff because she deleted her Twitter, and I'm not on Instagram right now. So I just looked up some stuff on YouTube, and I see this, and I saw the comments, and it made me feel bad. So here's just a little bit of it.
Hey guys, it's ILYHook. I just want something super important from the Kaba Lion. The Kaba Lion, the 3 initiates that's what they're called. About the 3 most important things when we're speaking about energy. When we're speaking about energy, we're speaking about forces. When we're speaking about energy, we're speaking about life. When we're speaking about energy, we're speaking about matter. All right? Energy has a source, right? You cannot evolve higher than that source. You cannot excel over that source. You cannot elevate over that source. Whatever the source is to be, how you were raised, your parents, you cannot elevate over your parents. It's like you can't tell your parents, no, I'm not going to do that. You have to listen to them. So that's one example of trying to be an upper hand in your spiritual awareness or your spiritual awakeness. I brought this up just to let people know that your life, your mind are human. You are a human that is functioning off of a source that is going to excel beyond what we already know. So always be a student and never be a master. Keep learning. Hey guys.
So that's what she said in the video. But the comments were just what happened with you and BK? It's time for the fans to know something. Are you saying that as a student that you cannot that you cannot exceed our source of energy because it's beyond comprehension and it's profound? Like it's deeper knowledge than what we know or acknowledge. This is interesting. I just want to understand more. Okay. So this person was like kind of understanding. You totally lost your mind like me. Gotta love it. To find something, you have to accept that it is lost. Reply to me why. You said that, They're actually having low-key philosophical conversations right here in the thing. Now, I would tell my parents we are not going to do that. To tell people that they have to listen to their parents is dangerous and further perpetuates cycles of issues, especially for families stuck in dysfunctional, people stuck in dysfunctional families. The source is the very essence of who you are. The essence is the truth. Never go against truth. Stay true to yourself. ILYHook. Purchase the book on Amazon. It's titled Kai Balion. Saying people are saying they're agreeing with it. But with this, you know what I'm saying? A lot of folks, bro, a lot of creatives. I'm seeing a lot of creatives experience something where they are they're kind of, excuse me, how do you say this? This is crazy, by the way. But a lot of people are saying it, I think a lot of underground artists and a lot of creatives in general have always dealt with, but I'm seeing it more up and close and personal now. And I think we all are with social media and stuff like that. The more connected we are to these artists on a day-to-day basis, I think they really battle things internally with their mental and their minds. And sometimes we could overlook it. Sometimes we could look at it and meme it. Sometimes we could look at it and laugh, move on, mock it, whatever the case might be. And then, we have a situation where they might self-destruct, once again, rest in peace, OG Mako, all these other creatives and stuff like that. Like, it's heartbreaking. It's really heartbreaking to see. It's a sad ending, and it's like we really need to be. Somebody needs to be the one to step up and go and show people support and let people know, like, I'm here for you. Like, it's okay. Like, it's okay to get some help. Creatives, I know it's like a thing of like, nobody really understands you, so like people are always gonna look at you like you're a little off or this and that and everything like that. But you have people that care for you, and you can get help, and you aren't alone, and other people have been in your shoes before and they do get it. And this is just something that I've just seen up close and personal firsthand, where there was another situation with I'm not gonna say any names because I told him I wouldn't say any names, but it was another situation with an underground artist, and I was just looking up what they were up to, if they had anything new come out and stuff like that. Like, I always kind of look up and do a little scrounging around. And the artist was being called out by another artist who I've discovered them at the same time because they had a similar sound. I'm like, oh, they have a similar sound. This is dope. And that other artist used to shout them out all the time in interviews and stuff like that, always give them their credit. But then the artist just starts going off on them like, you stole my sound and you blew up off of it, and I don't care how many times you shout me out in interviews, like you not it. And I'm like, yo, what's going on here? I was about to make a video about it. If I could get some more info about it and stuff like that from the artists themselves, I was gonna make a video about it. So I reached out to the artist, and they was like, nah, what you trying to do? You trying to be like a YouTube T page? Like, what you doing? And I was like, nah, I'm just trying to get the truth out because I don't want this other artist to keep blowing up, and then you feel like you never got your attention. They was like, oh, no, this ain't that. It's just, we just go back. And then, for them to kind of abandon me and this and that, I'm like, dang. So I go to the other side, and I asked the other side, I asked their team, yo, what's going on with this? They say, yeah, that happened and stuff like that. But really, to be honest, everything might not be what it seems. Things just might be a little bit different. You know what I'm saying? Just really care for the people. You know what I'm saying? Just care for the artist. Keep the artist in mind and prayer and things of that sort. Like, things might not be what they once were with that artist. And they were speaking about mentally. And so this is something that's going on in all, you know what I'm saying, in all of the underground, with all of the creatives, with all the music. And it's always been like that, right? When you think of down the line of all the artists who legendary artists and stuff like that who self-destructed. But I don't know. I feel like seeing stuff in real time, like with the young lady who auditioned for Baddies, right? And they said she went missing, and then they just found her and stuff like that. You can go to her Twitter, and her Twitter was just like she's just posting about conspiracies and going down this rabbit hole of stuff that really doesn't make much sense. And you can tell that her mind is just like deteriorating in front of the thousands of followers the person had, probably like 70,000 followers, just like making no sense, posting all throughout the day, every day for the past 2 months, and posting like strange things of just like this person's out to get me and this person's out to. You're like, what is going on? And to see it in real time, I feel like you feel a bit helpless because you're like, I can do something about it. So I say all this to say, if you think you can do something about stuff like this with I love you hook, or some of the other artists and stuff like that who just seem to be coming out of left field with some slander to some other artists and everything like that, instead of just entertaining it and stuff without knowing the reason of what's going on, let's try to see, hey, are you good? Are you okay? Do you need someone to talk to? uh would you like some, you don't want to say help and trigger the person, but just things like that to let people know they're not alone. People ain't forget about them, and they ain't move on without them in the industry, because that's what a lot of it is. You know what I'm saying? So I just wanted to say that to I Love You Hook. Very talented young sister. Uh, but also all the artists you called out are extremely talented as well. And, they still deserve their love and their flowers and everything as well too. Salute to BK. Um, excuse me. I'm sorry. It's getting a little emotional from the conversation about the rappers. Okay, so the next thing I want to speak about, I don't even know. I don't even have this. I didn't even have this in the title. But yeah, so apparently there's this 15-year-old student who opened fire. Her name was Natalie Rubno. She after her attack in a Wisconsin school, she self-destructed. And the reason why this is a story is because apparently the kid who did the similar thing in Tennessee, where he destructed, deleted one student, I believe it was a 17-year-old student they deleted, and then before deleting himself and injuring another student, he spoke to her before. And someone said, I don't want to get fully into the conspiracy bag, but I wouldn't be surprised if there was like an underground Discord or some deep web thing where these teenagers were communicating with each other and connected and bonded over these horrific and tragic events. Because if these two spoke, it's definitely not a coincidence. And if you look at what the boy was doing in his videos and stuff like that, is, what I'm saying, is definitely not past that he just embraced like a lot of the darkness and stuff like that. And with that, when people embrace the darkness and stuff like that, they really just looking for community. And it's like that, like when people talk about the incel community, it's like people find a home community, people who can relate to them and kind of hug them and stuff like that. And even in the incel community, they lose a lot of people to self-destruction and stuff like that. So it's just like at the end of the day, people just want to feel seen. People just want to feel accepted, just want to feel a part of something. And a lot of people were like roasting this guy as his videos came out after the fact, and rightfully so. But at the same time, it was like that's exactly one of the large reasons why he did what he did. He never felt accepted. He never felt loved. He never felt a sense of community. And I feel like if we focus more on love and community and everything like that, once again, I want to say this disclaimer. I'm not perfect by any means necessary. You know what I'm saying? In some people's stories, I'm the bad guy. I'm the bad guy in some people's stories. You know what I'm saying? I have to say that. I'm not the good guy or the nice guy or whatever, or the good friend or genuine friend or a supportive friend in everybody's stories. In some people's stories, I am the bad guy. But with that being said, to as many people as we possibly can. We have to spread positivity. We have to spread love, make people feel welcome, make people feel like, no, like, I got you. If I don't got you, she got you. If she don't got you, he got you. We are all one big community. We all gonna get through this thing called life together, because life can be difficult, man. And humans need humans. There's a reason why we all put on this earth together. I know it's really cool to be grind time by myself. I don't need nobody else. Just me, myself, and I. You know what I'm saying? But humans need human interaction. We all need somebody. And that's what this kid and the other girl wanted at the end of the day. If you look at the boy videos, he obviously seemed like he was kind of socially awkward and was just into weird stuff. And I don't know if he had friends, but it didn't seem like he had many friends from those video clips. And based off of what he did as well. There's a 16-year-old girl. His name was Solomon Henderson. He also connected with Candace Owens, as you guys know, Candace Owens and stuff like that. And he hated being black. He wrote a bunch of like weird and disturbing notes. He was just a disturbed fella. But throughout all the disturbing and the we got people in here. Oh man, here we go. Y'all know what happens when we get the folks in here. We got the perspective with Brooklyn's 80s in the building. What's good, Rashad? What's good, Brooklyn? Is Brooklyn in the house? They know I'm good in Brooklyn, man. Ask about me. Ask about me near Barclays. They know I'm good in Brooklyn, man. But yeah, man, we just talking about. I'm at the end of the stream now. I'm talking about this situation where the kid from the Tennessee situation, he knew the girl from the Wisconsin situation, and or they at least spoke before. So someone said, I don't want to get too far into the conspiracy bag, but I wouldn't be surprised if there was a whole thing. You know what I'm saying? He said, without a doubt, I'm the streamer with clout everybody speak about. Hey, I'm about to hold on. Let me show love to you real quick. I'm gonna take a little pause. Give me a second. Take a little pause. Show love to my boy. Hold on, go to your channel. Bro, I won't even subscribe to you. My fault, Brooklyn. I'm subscribed to you now. I'm tapped in now. I had to show you some love though, for sure. Because you were showing mad love right there. I appreciate that, my gang. Yeah. He said RIP Biggie. Oh, yeah, man. You know what I'm saying? It's Brooklyn in the house. I was about to start playing my own stream on another thing. All right, anyways, but like I was saying, hit the bell too. I got you. I'm gonna go back. Hold on. How I go back? Hold on. I'm showing love to my dog. Oh, you right here. You came up on the homepage. The hostess with the mostest. Where you at? How you do this? Bling. There you go. There's a notification bell for you. All right, bet. But yeah, I was just speaking about this. I'm at the end of the stream. Speaking about how the guy in Tennessee spoke to the girl in Wisconsin, and they both did the same thing where they had inflicted tragedies upon their schools before self-destructing. And yeah, just that entire thing, the fact that there is a community. Like I said, you can tell from the clips and everything like that this kid probably didn't have many friends, if any friends. And so the fact that this happened was ironically him searching for community and feeling comfort in some type of thing that felt like a family or anything like that. Another post on the same Blue Sky account mentioned intentions of carrying out a thing, blah, blah, blah. But a second person that day, the report said again, without making it clear that Rupp knows attack in December or Henderson's this week. Both teens from self-inflicted after carrying out their tragedies. I know you've been doing it for a long time. We should link and do a stream together. Join my next show. Oh yeah, for sure. I'm here, bro. How can you reach out to me? I have my email in the thing. I have my email in the description. Just email me, bro. Let me know when you want to do it. Give me the stream. If you use StreamYard and stuff like that, send me the link. I'm joining. We could do a post game, everything like that. I don't be on Instagram, bro. I haven't been on Instagram since like last April. So, but I have my email in the video description. So you can go in there and just email me and we can set it up for real, for real. I'll be down to do like a post game, anything like that with you. For sure. He said I'll do stream. All right, yeah, bet. Yeah, just let me know when you want to do it. I got you. He said, got you. I'll email you. For sure. Say that. Shout out Brooklyn. Both teams revere other school shooters. Ooh, what was supposed to say that? Other school ooters, both posting about the tragedy in Parkland, Florida. Henderson also made Pinterest posts about the horror in Texas, and Rupno posted about the Columbine. So he had a 51-page document expressing violent hatred towards Jewish people and self-hatred as a black person, which he blamed for him for being an incel, a person unattractive to others. That is not what an incel is. How does everybody get what an incel? An incel, hold on, let me share this because I see people say this like they call Drake an incel. And it's like, I want you guys to understand what an incel is because the definition is very simple. It's in the word. Involuntarily celibate. It's a person who is celibate, not by choice, but because they have nobody that will do the deed with them. That is being involuntarily celibate. So someone like a Drake who has a child and has multiple partners that we know of and don't know of is not an incel. This, what New York Post said, someone who's unattractive, that is not an incel. That's not an incel. My dog. Come on, man. Y'all give it up. Hey, W perspective for Brooklyn, man. W perspective for Brooklyn, man. Hey, man, I'm gonna post the W's myself, brother. Thank you, brother. Thank you, man. I appreciate that. I appreciate that so much. 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 My last stream, I got my first donations ever, Brooklyn. Boy, I about to cry on camera. I said I ain't gonna cry though. But I appreciate that so much, man. Thank you for the support. Going back to this with this situation with the Nashville guy. But yeah. He carried out at the 11 a.m. Wednesday at Antioch High School, 45 minutes southeast of downtown Nashville, where he confronted 16-year-old. Dang, that's sad, bro. That's sad, brother. Police say Henderson rode the bus to Antioch on Wednesday. He slipped into the bathroom and came out with the thing. He went into the cafeteria where it's crazy. It's crazy, man. Crazy, bro. He said I'm on my way to be monetized, so congrats. Bro, you good. You are so good with that, bro. I'm telling you, you're on your way because like you said, you're the live stream guy. So like your live had like 1,000 viewers yesterday. Like I think I've only had like one live hit 1,000 views, and that was like when I was talking about Caitlyn. You got 2 in the last 9 days that have over 1,000 views, bro. You are good. It will happen. When you start, hold on. I'm still looking on your page, so I'm not even looking at the chat yet. But you was doing okay, so you was doing 2K a few months ago, and then you went to women's basketball about like the last couple months. That's what it looks like. When you was doing 2K, that's when the motion was going slow. But the second you switched to women's basketball, it clicked. It clicked, bro. Hold on, let me see. And you got your shorts going. You consistent with your shorts. That's all it is, just being consistent with all three. You've been going for a little minute. You've been going for a minute. You'll be there in no time, bro. Because you got the because you have the live. You have the live audience. Like you'll be there in no time. But yeah. Y'all support my boy. Back to this as well, man. Like this is sad. And like I said, the thing that's concerning is the fact that they have interacted with each other on social media. Because if they're connecting, then that means there's probably a larger network of these people connecting, and we have to tap into that and shut that down right now. Or make sure you pick them up, arrest them. We just gonna arrest you, all right? We just gonna find where you live. If we got a boy in Georgia with this, if we got a boy in Louisiana with this, we got a boy in or a girl in California with this, we gotta arrest them. We got to arrest them. We got to put them in for questioning, and we got to shut down the Discord after that. And then we got to find the other channel that they put up in the other channel, because y'all know how the internet goes. Y'all know how Reddit goes, the dark web as well. We have to shut this down immediately. This is not good. This is not a trend for the high schoolers and teenagers to pick up. Obviously, it's been going on forever, but this cannot be going. We cannot go like this, bro. Cannot go like this. So that's that. Is there another one? Anything else? I want to talk about the act situation. So for those of y'all who don't know what's going on with DJ Academics, it seems like it's something new every day. And once again, Plaque Boy Max, bro. I have to say this. This man is going viral at least once a day with his daily streams. He went viral with 2 beefs / fights in the same stream. The other night, he went because he had the Jace versus 2C thing, right? And they was rapping at each other, and then they went viral because 2C played the song with his alleged baby mama and said, like, yeah, your baby mom was with me. And he said, what? My baby mama wasn't with you? She was underage in 2020. And he's like, yes, that was your baby mama. You want me to show the DMs? And then his baby mama went on Twitter, I've never talked to 2C, show the DMs. And I'm like, if y'all never talked, then why don't you show the DMs? Like, what's going on? So anyways, that was that. A couple hours later, they play basketball with Julian Newman, and then Julian Newman and Uno the Activist, one of my favorite SoundCloud era songs ever, with Parking Lot Pimpin'. The super the Jacob, I wake up and bake up and Vader, the son of the Uno baby hater. I love that song. That was about 2015, one of my favorite SoundCloud era songs ever. I seen Uno the Activist. I met him at Rory. It all comes back to Rory and Key in Atlanta, in the underground in the mid 2010s. But I met him at Rory's video shoot for Tears in the Trap on Edgewood. That's where the video was being shot at. It was raining, so we all had to go inside to the department store in the meantime and wait for the rain to clear out. When we was in the department store, Uno, he jumped on the table and he just played some unreleased, and he was just dancing on the table. It's one of my favorite memories in Atlanta and stuff like that. I met Key that day, took a picture with him and stuff like that. I have no idea where that picture is. I was with Trent Abbey. He's a director and filmmaker in Atlanta, Georgia. Salute to Trent if you're watching this. I miss you, my guy. And yeah, that's what that is. So I say all this to say, Max has been doing this thing. He's been going viral. Last night, he had one of the biggest rappers in the world, Central C, come by and do it in the booth. Salute to Mouse, what he's doing. Max, for what he's doing for the music industry and for the streaming world. Here we go, where he went viral again. So Academics gets on there, and Academics is talking to the 15-year-old mod that Max has, Noir. And Noir is always funny because he's just like kind of like an awkward like young kid from like, he's from some foreign country, like I forgot what country it is, but it's a country with like strict rules, like the Wi-Fi sometimes is spotty and stuff like that. But Kai was like, yo, you have to go out there and meet Noir, bro, like, or you have to fly him out here. And he's like, I don't know if Noir can fly out here because he's 15, this and that. Anyways, so Noir can be like an annoying little brother, awkward kind of young guy and stuff like that. And so he's just doing Noir things, just, kind of awkward 15-year-old boy, like, what, trolling, like getting the people hype and stuff like that. And I guess Academics was just like, I don't know what Academics was doing. But the clip, he's just like, Noir, we going essentially he's kind of saying like, we gonna get you some, Noir. We gonna get you some. You ever got some? And he's like, I'm 15, gang. And he said, oh, we gonna get you some, bro. And it's like, Bro, what? So it got clipped up and went viral. Everybody like, academics, you're done. You're weird, this and that. Max plays the clip. And Max says, yeah, the clip was weird. The clip was weird. What he said in the clip was weird. Academics calls Max and says, bro, how you gonna call me weird for that? He said, I'm not calling you weird. I'm saying what you said was weird. Don't you agree what you said was weird? He said, that's the clip out of context. And long story short, academics can't take credit. He can't take accountability for what he said was weird. You don't even have to be a weird guy, Act. You don't even have to. Ain't no one called you a weird person except for the people, the trolls who already hated you on the internet. Max and all these other people just said, you are weird for the way that you push that boy, da, 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 and the clip looks crazy. If I get clipped out of context and that's not what I said, but the context comes across as crazy, and the boy or the person on the other end of that exchange seemed uncomfortable, I am going to apologize. I'm going to apologize because it's not a matter of what I thought was right or wrong, if I was right or wrong with it. What matters is the fact that what were we saying? What were we saying? The fact is this person felt uncomfortable. And a lot of people in the audience, outside of the direct person that I was, communicating with, said what I did was wrong. If a lot of people are saying something that I did wrong, I have to sit back and be like, let me see. If all these people are saying I did something wrong, what should I do? Should I just say, oh, y'all are this and that? Just, man, all these words that I can't be shown on screen. But should I be, I didn't mean it like that. They don't understand me. Or do you take a step back and look and say, dang, all right, where can I improve? Where can I do better as a human and stuff like that? Like I said, I'm not perfect. So I have people call me, you know what I'm saying, friends and former friends and falling outs. Usually if a friendship ends or something like that, or a relation or romantic, whatever the case is with me, it's usually like people say a lot of the same things. It's a theme, it's a pattern. So it's like, okay, this person said they didn't feel heard around me because I will always just kind of talk at them as opposed to talking to them or talking with them when we're talking about, this is my perspective on this, or like when they come to me with advice, they feel like it's a safe space. And I'm just saying, you need to do this. You know what I'm saying? It's like, okay, if 3 people tell me that at a time in a row, maybe it's time to step back and be like, how can I become a better listener? How can I become an active listener? My first reaction isn't, let me defend myself. Y'all don't get me. No one understands me. No one ever will. Academics, you are Academics, you are 33, bro. You are 33, bro. That means you are 3 years past the age where it's been time for you to take accountability for the things you say and the way that you made people feel. If you made someone feel uncomfortable, as you have in that clip, and people are saying what you did was wrong, mad people, multiple people, you should sit back and say, maybe I did something wrong, and take accountability instead of holding your ego to the point where you're just thinking, oh, I built DJ Academics to be this large social media platform across Rumble, YouTube, Twitter, Twitch, Instagram, becoming I got a full staff. I'm richer than rich. I got a mansion for my mansion. I got a mansion for my mom after starting from my mom's basement. I built the biggest name in hip hop media to date. The biggest rap beef and rap history, they all mentioned me. They both mentioned me, and I was in the middle of the rap beef, and I was like the Sports Center 24/7 CNN for the biggest rap beef in the history of rap. I'm him. No one can stop me. That mindset is ironically going to be the thing that crumbles you to be nobody again. And you don't want that. I don't know. You seem like you really care about your clout. You care about your money. You care about your status because that gets you everything else in life that you wanted. You are going to lose it if you don't lose the ego, if you don't set aside your pride and take accountability for once. People will respect you if you take accountability, bro. And it's okay to I stand on what I said. I'm a real man. I'm a shit. It's cool to puff your chest out. It's cool to do that, but check this out, my brother. Check this out, my brother. Just a piece of advice. Just a piece of advice. And don't come if you come across this video talking about my numbers, how I ain't get 10 views on the video, 30 views, and I ain't getting half the money that you get in, and you don't take advice from anybody with less money than you, because that's how you're gonna lose it all. That is exactly how you're gonna lose it all, my brother. Be humble. In the words of your favorite artist, be humble. Humbleness. You know what I'm saying? Slow to speak, quick to listen, and be humble, bro. Be humble. Set aside your pride, set aside your ego, and look at the things that people are saying about you. If people are saying what you said was wrong, and in the clip, if you made the kid look uncomfortable, which he visibly looked uncomfortable, apologize. Don't be mad at Max. Don't be mad at Max's fans. Don't be mad at social media for calling you out for your behavior. Apologize. Look at yourself. How can I be held more accountable? Or not how can I be held more accountable? How can I do better in the future in a situation that is similar to this? And keep it pushing. You don't have to be liked. You'll never be liked by anybody, regardless of what you do. But there are certain things that we can control that are within our control. And all we have to do is just sometimes set aside our pride, set aside our ego, be slow to speak, quick to listen. And that will take you so much further than whatever riches and money and cars and mansions or women that you can get here on this here earth. That's my word of advice. You all take care of yourselves. Have a great weekend. My name is Rashad Milligan. As always, until next time. Hey, y'all pray for the folks. Y'all pray for Atlanta. Y'all pray for the family. Everything like that. Y'all pray for DJ Unk's family. Y'all pray for Lil Xelly family and his girlfriend Leilani's family as well. Tony Snow, salute. Mac Miller. I listened to Balloonerism today. Sound like a bunch of faceless throwaways. And Mac Miller seemed like a really, really sad dude, man. Especially around that time. So I hope he has peace now. His soul is at peace. And I'm praying for his family as well as they continue to kind of live life and figure out life without him. Who else? Lil Xelly. Oh, the Sexy Red Bruno Mars joint. I heard that. It's a basic pop joint and stuff like that. It's a catchy song. I can see myself like not listening to it, like going out of my way to listen to it, but learning all the words because it's just being played at all the basketball games and stuff. You know, covering sports, I hear all the like radio songs all the time. So I can see it being one of those that I eventually catch up on. Salute to Sexy for even getting up to that level to have a song with Bruno Mars. That's huge. And salute to Sexy for stepping out of the Sexy Red character for just a moment to honor the legacy of Dr. King when Bernice called you out for it. You know, I felt like Sexy took the character a little too far to make a joke and to go viral and to get some money off of Twitter and stuff like that, kind of mocking MLK. But she immediately listened when she saw the tweet. She probably talked to her team on how to handle it. They responded with respect, and she deleted the tweet. And she deleted the other tweet where she also photoshopped herself with Martin Luther King. The other one had Chief Keef in it as well. And so salute to Sexy for stepping outside the character and being the mother, and the woman, I believe her name is Janae, and being that person instead, and moving around with some sense. So I definitely want to say that. But that's it, man. Y'all take care of yourselves. My name is Rashad Milligan. Y'all pray for all the families and people that I mentioned, including myself. You know, my family needs some prayers right now, unspoken prayers. So y'all take care of yourselves.
That's for losers, man. I don't get involved in that stuff, but
Angel Rashad Milligan rolling out.
That's a good question.
We can't ask Rashad questions.
Hey, Rashad.